film this afternoon is Hostages. William Bendix stars in this tense wartime drama at 3:30. Now, an update.
It's almost 2 o'clock. I'm Judy Aslett. England's footballers are heading home after last night's nail-biting defeat by Argentina. Concorde has been sent to fly the team back. England coach Glenn Hoddle has begged fans not to be too tough on David Beckham.
But I don't think it's, I don't think it's a time now to make scapegoats in David Beckham or to blame anybody. I think David's the first to admit that it's a silly mistake that he's made on a football pitch. One that I felt wasn't violent conduct.
Violence erupted across England last night as distraught fans took their disappointment to the streets. Police were called to scores of football-related incidents everywhere. In the worst, police used CS spray to disperse crowds. Dozens of people were arrested. Princess Diana's grave has been opened to the public for the first time on what would have been her 37th birthday. More than 150,000 people are expected to visit Althorpe over the next 2 months. They can also see a museum charting her life. Paula Yates is recovering in a private clinic after suffering what's believed to have been some form of breakdown. It's the latest in a string of problems for Yates, whose lover Michael Hutchins killed himself last November. Now a quick look at the weather. Mostly dry with some sunny spells in the west, cloudy with the odd spell of rain in the north. Top temperature 19 degrees. I'll be back at 3:30.
Channel 5's World Cup Widow season continues.
I sure wish somebody would adopt me.
A modern dilemma based on true events.
This is where we stay sometimes.
2 families.
I'm willing to fight for what I want.
I love my kid!
A baby girl. And 1 broken promise.
When you wake up here, you're gonna think you're in heaven.
Starring Cheryl Ladd. Broken Promises taking Emily back Saturday at the earlier time of 8:05 on 5.
Fancy some gold?
Welcome to 100% Gold. On the last edition, our champion elected to return to play his 18th game. So, number 1, what is your name?
Hello, I'm Stanley Prince from Hove in East Sussex.
Number 2, what is your name?
Hello, I'm Maggie Parker, originally from Scotland, but now living in Birmingham.
And number 3, what is your name?
Hello, my name's David Hay and I'm from York.
I'll ask 100 questions which you should answer by pressing the appropriate button in front of you. At the end of the game, whoever has scored the closest to 100% will be the champion. Good luck to you all. Today's competition begins now. Question 1. Historically, which country was referred to as Cathay? A. China, B. India, or C. Japan? The answer is A. China. Question 2. The quote, "Sex and drugs and rock and roll" is attributed to whom? A. Johnny Rotten, B. Ian Dury, or C. Mick Jagger? It's B. Ian Dury. Question 3. Which British artist painted Rain, Steam and Speed, the Great Western Railway? A. Turner, B. Constable, or C. Gainsborough? It was A. Turner. Question 4. In northern England, if something is described as clarty, what is it? A. Very cheap, B. Pure and innocent, or C. Sticky and dirty? It's C. Sticky and dirty. Question 5. Meaning a police officer, the word cop derives from their badge, which was originally made of copper. Is that true or false? It's false. It's from the initials of Constable on Patrol. Question 6. What was the subtitle of Mel Brooks' 1993 film about Robin Hood? A. Prince of Thieves, B. Made by Marion, or C. Men in Tights? It was C. Men in Tights. Question 7. Known by its British military acronym, what type of device was the Piat? A. An anti-tank weapon, B. A light machine gun, or C. An inflatable boat? It was A. An anti-tank weapon. Question 8. In Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, who is the friar that marries the lovers? A. Jerome, B. Lawrence, or C. Hubert? It was B. Lawrence. Question 9. Which football club did goalkeeper Gordon Banks join after transferring from Leicester City? A. Sheffield Wednesday, B. Derby County, or C. Stoke City? It was C, Stoke City. Question 10. Unlike humans, bees can see ultraviolet light. Is that true or false? It's true. After 10 questions, the percentage of correct answers given so far is as follows. Stanley has 60%, Maggie has 60%, and David has 60%. Question 11. By what other name was Ugandan politician Idi Amin also known? A. Dada, B. Mama, or C. Baba? It was A. Dada. Question 12. Yale University is located in which U.S. state? A. New York, B. Massachusetts, or C. Connecticut? It's C. Connecticut. Question 13. Which of the following was not one of the original Cinque Ports? A. Hastings, B. Ramsgate, or C. New Romney? It was B. Ramsgate. Question 14. Who was Zaphod Beeblebrox's girlfriend in TV's The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? A. Million, B. Billion, or C. Trillion? It was C. Trillion. Question 15. Heathrow Airport is located north of the River Thames. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 16. In which country is the ruined city of Machu Picchu to be found? A. Ecuador, B. Mexico, or C. Peru? It's C. Peru. Question 17. Specifically, what would a deltiologist study? A. Muscle building, B. Seashells, or C. Picture postcards? It's C. Picture postcards. Question 18. What is the chief characteristic of the condition Cushing syndrome? A. Obesity, B. Forgetfulness, or C. Baldness? It's A. Obesity. Question 19. Of which country is the colon the basic monetary unit? A. Colombia, B. El Salvador, or C. Costa Rica? It's C. Costa Rica. Question 20. Vernon's Football Pools was founded in 1925, well before that of Littlewood's. Is that true or false? It's false. Littlewood's was founded in 1923. Question 21. In French cooking, what term means a bunch of aromatic plants used to flavour a sauce? A. Bouquet garni, B. Bouquet folie, or C. Bouquet celeste? It's A. Bouquet garni. Question 22. Which common European reptile has the scientific name Natrix natrix? A. Gecko, B. Salamander, or C. Grass snake? It's C. Grass snake. Question 23. Of which country is Pashto an official language? A. Nepal, B. Afghanistan, or C. Mongolia? It's B. Afghanistan. Question 24. Released in 1979, what was Blondie's first UK #1 hit? A. Heart of Glass, B. Sunday Girl, or C. The Tide is High? It was A. Heart of Glass. Question 25. The Old Testament book of Obadiah contains only one chapter. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 26. In medieval times, who were known as Vagantes? A. Mountain outlaws, B. Scholar monks, or C. Mercenary soldiers? They were B. Scholar monks. Question 27. What was the occupation of Cliff Clavin, regular character in the TV comedy series Cheers? A. TV repairman, B. mailman, or C. taxi driver? The answer is B. mailman. Question 28. Which of the following is a road along the bank of the River Yarra in Melbourne? A. Spiderman Embankment, B. Superman Boulevard, or C. Batman Avenue? It's C. Batman Avenue. Question 29. In cricket, what term is applied when runs are scored by gentle pushes or deflections rather than hitting it hard? A. Nurdle, B. Flounce, or C. Gramble? It's A. Nurdle. Question 30. Fossils of the mammoth have been found in every continent except South America. Is that true or false? It's false, and Australia. And after 30 questions, the scores are as follows. David has 53%, Maggie has 60%, and Stanley has 70%. Question 31. In 1976, which actress formed the Foundation for the Protection of Distressed Animals? A. Jane Fonda, B. Brigitte Bardot, or C. Doris Day? It was B. Brigitte Bardot. Question 32. What type of garment is an ulster? A. Overcoat, B. Sweater, or C. Hat? It's A. Overcoat. Question 33. Which U.S. city was the scene of the Watts riots of 1965? A. Los Angeles, B. Chicago, or C. Detroit? It was A. Los Angeles. Question 34. At which motor racing circuit did driver Niki Lauda survive a major accident in 1976? A. Monza, B. Silverstone, or C. Nürburgring? It was C. Nürburgring. Question 35. In Roman mythology, the god of boundary marks was called Terminus. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 36. Which of the following is a pointed tool used to make holes for seeds or plants? A. Dibble, B. Dabble, or C. Dobble? It's A. Dibble. Question 37. Which British politician married the famous beauty Jenny Jerome in 1874? A. Arthur Balfour, B. Randolph Churchill, or C. William Gladstone? It was B. Randolph Churchill. Question 38. Who had composed but not used the song Running Bear that Johnny Preston took to #1 in 1960? A. Buddy Holly, B. Ritchie Valens, or C. The Big Bopper? It was C. The Big Bopper. Question 39. Who wrote the James Bond novel Colonel Sun under the pseudonym of Robert Markham? A. Isaac Asimov, B. Aldous Huxley, or C. Kingsley Amis? It was C. Kingsley Amis. Question 40. In the film American Friends, Michael Palin played an Oxford Don based on his grandfather, the Reverend Edward Palin. Is that true or false? It's false. He played his great-grandfather. Question 41. Which TV series starred Michael Elphick as a former Fleet Street high flyer? A. Henry, B. Harry, or C. Hector? It was B. Harry. Question 42. What can sometimes be described as a termagant? A. A wood-eating insect, B. A railway buffer, or C. An overbearing woman? It's C. An overbearing woman. Question 43. Which of the following describes a flick made with the nail of a finger? A. A Chris, B. A Simon, or C. A Philip? It's C. A Philip. Question 44. What quiz show was at the centre of the scandal featured in the 1994 film Quiz Show? A. 21, B. The $64,000 Question, or C. Double or Nothing? It was A. 21. Question 45. Rock group The Who have never had a #1 hit in the UK. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 46. The term carpetbagger for an opportunist outsider was first used after which American war? A. War of Independence, B. US-Mexican War, or C. Civil War? It was C. Civil War. Question 47. The left-hand rule and the right-hand rule apply to which of the following sciences? A. Physics, B. Chemistry, or C. Biology? It's A. Physics. Question 48. The John Wayne Western, Rio Bravo, was the work of which Hollywood director? A. John Ford, B. Howard Hawks, or C. Michael Curtiz? It was B. Howard Hawks. Question 49. What wine category best describes the French wine Barsac? A. Sweet white, B. Dry white, or C. Fruity red? It's A. Sweet white. Question 50. American Thomas Bayard invented a vibrating toilet seat hoping that it would relieve constipation. Is that true or false? It's true. Halfway through and the scores are as follows. David has 56%, Maggie has 60%, and Stanley has 74%. Join us after the break for the second half of today's game.
Whatever rate you speak at, make sure it's the cheapest. Vodafone's new off-peak rate is just 5p a minute. For the cheapest digital national off-peak calls, the word is Vodafone.
While you're just sitting there, think of the fun you could be having. With 20% off your first order, the new Choice catalogue is out now. For your free copy, call 0500 666 111 today.
If you've been hurt in an accident in the last 3 years and it was someone else's fault, you could be entitled to compensation. Our specialist solicitors helped Kirsty Tagg after a car accident. She got £8,000. Eric Pollock called us after a bad fall at work. He got £6,000. Call the National Accident Helpline on 0800 556 557 to find out free if you can claim. Call 0800 556 557.
0800 123 300. Now repeat that. Just listen, repeat, and understand. That's how easy it is to start speaking a new language with Linguaphone in as little as 12 weeks. Call free for a 14-day home trial and start speaking any of 30 languages at your own pace. Phone 0800 123 300 today for your own 14-day no-risk trial. Or ask about our free information pack. We're waiting for your call.
Welcome to What's the Deal from DER Direct. How much would it cost you to rent a brand new 20-inch color TV? Just $5.99 a month. And what about a brand new long play video recorder? Just $6.99 a month. And how about a brand new Whirlpool washing machine? Just $10.99 a month. Yes, you can rent any of these and much more with free delivery and free installation. Just call DER Direct now. Free on 0800 625 625.
Book your holiday through 5Text and you get a free beach ball. See page 555 now. 5Text for holidays with added bounce.
Welcome back to 100% Gold. We're halfway through and the scores are as follows. David has 56%, Maggie has 60%, and Stanley has 74%. From now on, I'll give updates of the scores, but without revealing who has scored what. The game continues with question 51. In the children's fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel, of what was the Wicked Witch's house made? A. Gingerbread, B. Licorice, or C. Chocolate fudge? It was A. Gingerbread. Question 52. In Australia, what are bushrangers? A. Snakes, B. Mounted police, or C. Robbers? They're C. Robbers. Question 53. Which of the following was a hit for Neil Sedaka in 1961 and then again in 1972? A. Little Devil, B. Little Lady, or C. Little Darling? It was A. Little Devil. Question 54. Where on the body would a pattern be worn? A. Head, B. Hands, or C. Feet? It's C. Feet. Question 55. The English Civil War battle of Roundway Down was won by Oliver Cromwell. Is that true or false? It's false. It was won by the Royalists. Question 56. What does the Latin phrase carpe diem mean? A. Among other things. B. Seize the day. Or C. Let the buyer beware? It's B. Seize the day. Question 57. In which year did the revolutionaries led by Ayatollah Khomeini take control of Iran? A. 1978, B. 1979, or C. 1980? It was B. 1979. Question 58. With which field of the arts was American Hiram Powers most closely associated? A. Sculpture, B. Book illustration, or C. Action painting? It was A. Sculpture. Question 59. Which author created the character Mrs. Do As You Would Be Done By? A. Charles Kingsley, B. Henry Fielding, or C. Richard Sheridan? It was A. Charles Kingsley. Question 60. In a game of poker, 4 of a kind ranks higher than a full house. Is that true or false? It's true, and after 60 questions, the scores are as follows. One of you has 57%, one of you has 58%, and one of you has 75%. Question 61. What is the River Thames called as it flows through Oxford? A. Isis, B. Och, or C. Charwell? It's A. Isis. Question 62. A keen collector of Victoriana, which comedian has written a book of boudoir beauties and ooh la la? A. Norman Wisdom, B. Ronnie Barker, or C. Bob Monkhouse? It's B. Ronnie Barker. Question 63. The Battle of Poitiers was fought as part of which war? A. The 7 Years' War, B. The 30 Years' War, or C. The 100 Years' War? It's C. The 100 Years' War. Question 64. What is the name of the gulf that creates the heel of Italy? A. Golfo di Taranto, B. Golfo di Salerno, or C. Golfo di Lipari? It's A. Golfo di Taranto. Question 65. The Royal Veterinary College is the oldest of the London University colleges. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 66. Who had a #1 hit in 1961 with Sailor? A. Cilla Black, B. Petula Clark, or C. Dusty Springfield? It was B. Petula Clark. Question 67. Cape Finisterre is the westernmost point of which country? A. Portugal, B. Spain, or C. France? It's B. Spain. Question 68. What Roman law term means the temporary right to the use and enjoyment of another's property? A. Entailment, B. Usufruct, or C. Res utilares? The answer is B. Usufruct. Question 69. Who was the notorious empress of the Byzantine Emperor Justinian the Great? A. Theodora, B. Irene, or C. Zoe? The answer is A. Theodora. Question 70. The city of Derby takes its name from the Old Norse for deer village. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 71. Which American stage performer was nicknamed Schnozola? A. Jimmy Durante, B. Groucho Marx, or C. Jackie Mason? It's A. Jimmy Durante. Question 72. The market town of Glastonbury is located in which British county? A. Somerset, B. Wiltshire, or C. Gloucestershire? It's A. Somerset. Question 73. In the arts, what were the 5 that were also known as the Mighty Group? A. German poets, B. French philosophers, or C. Russian composers? The answer is C. Russian composers. Question 74. By what name is the wild plant speedwell also known? A. Betty, B. Veronica, or C. Lucille? It's B. Veronica. Question 75. St. Catherine of Alexandria, of Catherine Wheel fame, is no longer an official saint. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 76. What were the puffed-out breeches worn by men of fashion in Elizabethan times called? A. Spanish doublets, B. trunk hose, or C. galloons? They were B. trunk hose. Question 77. Sometimes consumed in Scotland, badderlock is an edible form of which of the following? A. thistle, B. moss, or C. seaweed? It's C. seaweed. Question 78. In which Italian city were the Amati family of violin makers based? A. Siena, B. Perugia, or C. Cremona? It's C. Cremona. Question 79. What was the second of the great Muslim caliphates of the Middle Ages? A. Umayyad, B. Abbasid, or C. Fatimid? It's B. Abbasid. Question 80. In golf, the term bogey derives from the French for good score. Is that true or false? It's false. As we move into the final section of the game, the scores are as follows. One of you has 58%, one of you has 63%, and one of you has 73%. The last section of the game begins with question 81. What would a person fear if suffering from scopophobia? A. Crossing a street, B. Being alone, or C. Being looked at? It's C. Being looked at. Question 82. What was the title of the Beverly Sisters TV series of the 1950s? A. Side by Side by Side, B. A Wonderful Time, or C. 3 Little Girls in View? It was C. 3 Little Girls in View. Question 83. Which philosopher is known chiefly through his Analects? A. Plato, B. Confucius, or C. Thomas Aquinas? It was B, Confucius. Question 84. Found in Spain, what is a garrocha? A paella pan, B, a bullfighter's goad, or C, a dance? It's B, a bullfighter's goad. Question 85. The Austrian pastry, Flammkuchen, is set on fire with brandy before serving. Is that true or false? It's false. It's just baked in a very hot oven. Question 86. What is the name of the island situated in the St James's Park Lake in London? A, Goose Island, B, Duck Island, or C, Swan Island? It's B, Duck Island. Question 87. Which of the following was a hit for Brian Ferry in 1977? A, Hong Kong Harry, B, Peking Bob, or C, Tokyo Joe? It was C, Tokyo Joe. Question 88. The city of Manila is located on which Philippine island? A, Luzon, B, Mindanao, or C, Mindoro? It's A, Luzon. Question 89. Who is remembered as the apostle of free trade? A, Robert Peel, B, Richard Cobden, or C, John Bright? It's B, Richard Cobden. Question 90. The Quran specifically forbids the charging of interest. Is that true or false? It's true. Question 91. Which Hollywood star's original name was Margarita Carmen Cancino? A, Carmen Miranda, B, Dorothy Lamour, or C, Rita Hayworth? It was C, Rita Hayworth. Question 92. Who presented the BBC radio programme Today from 1958 to 1970? A, Brian Redhead, B, Jack DeManio, or C, John Timpson? It was B, Jack DeManio. Question 93. Native to South America, of what type of animal is the Vizcacha a species? A, Chinchilla, B, Sloth, or C, Armadillo? It's A, Chinchilla. Question 94. What novel by Horace Walpole is regarded as the first Gothic horror tale? A, The Ingoldsby Legends, B, The Castle of Otranto, or C, The Monk? It's B, The Castle of Otranto. Question 95. In World War II, the Yugoslav Chetniks were the communist resistance movement. Is that true or false? It's false. They were the Royalist Resistance Movement. Question 96. In which Irish county is the town of Killarney? A, Cork, B, Kildare, or C, Kerry? It's C, Kerry. Question 97. By what name was the pirate Khaireddin Barbarossa better known? A, Redbeard, B, Blackbeard, or C, Bluebeard? It's A, Redbeard. Question 98. Of what is villanelle a French form? A, poetry, B, embroidery, or C, patisserie? It's A, poetry. Question 99. In TV's EastEnders, what is the postal code for Walford? A, E16, B, E18, or C, E20? It's C, E20. And question 100. In South Korea, the film The Sound of Music was considered too long, so they cut out the songs. Is that true or false? It's true. And at the end of today's game, one of you has 57%, one of you has 59%, and one of you has 72%. Maggie and David, I'm afraid your scores weren't quite high enough, but thank you both for taking part. Stanley, congratulations, you're today's champion and have won £100. Will you return next time to play against two new contestants?
Yes, please.
Thanks for taking part. We'll see you on the next edition of 100% Gold. Until then, goodbye.
What's your Achilles heel?
If you could change one thing about your behavior, what would it be?
I do not know how to say no.
Oprah, today at 5:10 on 5.
Gloria's joined by Barbara Castle in a couple of minutes. I bet she uses her OAP pass to get there.